And moving on, let's turn our attention to South Sudan, where the opposition has called for an armed mobilization to carry out a regime change. The opposition is angry at President Salva Kiir for targeting their leader, Riek Machar. Now, Machar served as South Sudan's first vice president. Last week, he was charged with murder, treason, and crimes against humanity. And hours later, he was stripped of his position. Machar has been accused of ordering a militia attack on a military base in March. A militia from Machar's ethnic Nuer community, known as the White Army, attacked a military base in Nasir. More than 250 soldiers were killed in the attack. And among the dead were several senior officers and UN pilots. After the attack, Machar was put under house arrest. His party has denied the allegations and has accused President Kiir of trying to sideline the opposition to consolidate power. Machar's party has released a statement on social media calling the current regime a setup of dictatorship, peace spoilers, and state capture that is holding power illegally and by violence. And the statement further said that Machar's party and its armed forces shall work to carry out a regime change in the country. In its statement, the opposition called on its supporters to report for national service in defense of the citizens and the country. The growing rift between camps led by President Kiir and Machar is threatening to undo years of progress and tip the young country back into a civil war. Now, to understand this, let's take a look at the history. South Sudan gained independence from Sudan in 2011, but soon a civil war broke out between Machar's ethnic Nuer forces and Dinka fighters loyal to his longtime rival, Salva Kiir. The devastating war lasted for 5 years. Nearly 40,000 people were killed. The war ended in 2018 after Kiir and Machar signed a power-sharing agreement. But their partnership has remained tense ever since, and violence has continued between the two rival camps. Attempts by the international community to ensure a democratic transition in the country has failed so far. The elections that were supposed to take place in December last year have once again been postponed to 2026. President Kiir and Machar are long-time rivals, and what brought them together was the 2018 peace deal. But now it seems like the fragile peace deal is unraveling. Machar is out of power, and many of his allies have already been arrested. The anger among Machar's supporters is clearly growing. Now, whether the opposition can actually carry out a regime change or not, time will tell. But the growing rift between President Kiir and Machar's camps could potentially push the country back into a civil war.
Firstpost now available in 9 languages on YouTube. English,
At $36 trillion.
French,
Le FMI, comme
German,
Geschäftsführenden Direktor
Hindi,
$30 trillion ka karjo.
Indonesian,
Pemerintah tanpa pemeriksaan.
Italian,
Sekali radikali.
Japanese,
$4 idioma.
Portuguese,
Por causa do próprio balanço patrimonial.
Spanish.
Beautiful bill.
Go to Settings, click on Audio Track and select the language of your choice. Be the first to know what's happening around you in your first language. Firstpost.